I will try not to die, but have a nice time if you're away this week. I think you just said you are, so have fun.
I hope you're not dead.
Right boys, in this video I'm going to give you a complete beginner's blueprint for texting girls you've just met, with the main emphasis being on voice messaging. If you are actively going out there and cold approaching girls, then following your conversations up with a voice message is going to set you apart even more and make her think, who the fuck is this guy? So throughout this video, I'm going to show you how I voice message girls, supply you with 3 real life examples of dates I set up with girls using voice messages, and then I'm going to teach you exactly how to create dangerously effective voice messages of your own. Boys, I should be charging for this. Like, the amount of fucking value that you're getting is insane. So you better subscribe and like the video, otherwise I'm going to come and shit on your bed. So just to be clear, I'm using WhatsApp to voice message these girls, but you can use whatever platform you like as long as it's got the voice messaging feature. I'm going to play you all of the examples, and then we're going to use these examples to highlight how you can skyrocket your text game using voice messages. Alright, so here's the first texting sequence between me and a girl that I met in Manchester. So here's how I kick off the first conversation using a voice message.
How are we doing? It's Kristian here. I'm dropping you this voice message so you can listen to my melodic, mellifluous voice as you go about your day. How was the cafe? Was the cafe a good experience? Or was it a bad experience? Don't really know why it would be a bad experience, to be honest. Maybe they didn't give you a mocha chococino on time. But anyway, let me know.
Alright, so you can see that she responds with a regular message, yeah? So she doesn't respond with a voice message, which is fine, but we'll cover this later on in the video. Anyway, hey, it was a good experience, lol. Thank you for asking. Still not used to rain or cold, so I was definitely shivering. How's the rest of your day gone?
Yeah, I appreciate the English weather is a bit of a shock to the system, especially in the north of England where you've decided to base yourself. So yeah, what was I going to say? I actually lived in America for a short period of time. I was a lifeguard in Maine, which was a nice time. So if you're ever in any water and you're struggling to swim, I will be able to save you. So that's nice, isn't it? Anyway, I hope you're excited for our adventure that we're going to go on, because it's gonna be a fantastic time.
So then she responds, I'm not much of a swimmer, but thank you for offering your services, lol. What would you like to do? I'm free tomorrow or Tuesday before 2.
Alright, so what we're gonna do is tomorrow, meet me at Piccadilly Gardens, you know, where we had our spontaneous romantic experience. Yeah, meet me there at 11:30 a.m. And then we're gonna go to the best cafe in Manchester.
Sounds good. See you there, smiley face. So you can see, boys, that this texting sequence is very fucking brief, yeah? Like, there's nothing crazy. I'm simply getting my personality across, using the voice messaging, and then just using the texting as a vehicle to actually initiate the date, yeah? You don't want to be like sending pages and pages, like texting back and forth for like weeks on end. Just use the texting just to get her out, yeah? You don't want to go into like the fucking gay best friend type of vibe. So a few texts back and forth, arrange the date, sell our fucking V. Alright, so with example number 2, little bit of context. Met this girl in Leeds, solid vibe, solid interaction, got the number, went back home, pinging text back and forth, set up a date, and anyway, she ended up flaking. She was like, sorry, I'm ill. Anyway, I thought, oh, she's obviously bullshitting. But it turned out she actually did get COVID. About 5 days later, she ended up reaching back out to me, really apologetic, and here is the full conversation which led to the date. Alright, so she's like, hey, when did you want to go out? Sorry we couldn't. And then she sends a voice note a little bit later.
Oh my god, I'm I'm so sorry. I feel awful because you wanted to go out Friday, but I've honestly been so sick. I'm not even saying that. I've got a COVID test tomorrow morning because somebody who I went out with yesterday has got corona, so I've just not been able to go out. I'm so sorry for ignoring you. I feel like that's so rude. But as soon as I've got like my test results back, we will go out.
How are we doing? I'm just about to boil up some sweet potatoes, but yeah, I thought that the lost voice thing was a bit sketchy. However, if you think you got like COVID and stuff, then that is legitimate. And yeah, I don't need to like die and stuff. So hopefully your test and shit goes good. I'm gonna be gallivanting across the country for the next few days. However, the weekend should be nice and available. Well, I think I've got my mate's doing like a barbecue or something. But anyway, don't really matter. That's irrelevant really. I feel like I can just like make shit happen. But anyway, yeah, Saturday would be a good one to bookmark. But just like let me know your availability, and then we'll just make something happen. But yeah, in the meantime, just like don't die.
No, I've looked at my message and it actually looks well sketchy. Like, to be fair, if I got that message, I'd be like, what the hell? But like, my voice is coming back and forth and like, whatever. Anyway, I've got a test this morning, so hopefully that's all good. And if it's negative, we will sort something out this weekend. Although I feel like I've got something on either Friday and Saturday, but I will make it work and I will sort something out. And yeah, cool, no problem. But yeah, no, I've actually been kind of ill, not been feeling too good, but I think I'll be okay. Okay, I will try not to die, but have a nice time if you're away this week. I think you just said you are, so have fun.
I hope you're not dead. But yeah, just let me know about your availability. I'm gonna synchronise our calendars and make something work in that. And yeah, just try not to like die between now and whenever it is, unless you're dead already. I don't think you're dead. I don't know actually. But yeah, so I know.
That message was deleted, so it's probably some nude.
Okay, cool, because I'm going out tonight, I'm going out tomorrow night, and then Saturday night I don't think I'm doing anything, and then Sunday, Monday I'm doing something, so, and then I'm at Leeds Fest, so Saturday's ideal. But I know you have this barbecue, which I think you mentioned, and I haven't died. I mean, unless I am dead, could be, but no, I'm all good. Just let me know. Yeah, cool.
How are we doing? Yeah, I'm happy that you're not dead, because that would have been a bit of a shit one really, wouldn't it? But yeah, Saturday's sweet. I'll be free after about 6 PM, but what I'll do is I'll sort everything out, and then I'll give you a location to meet me, and then all you have to do is just turn up.
Just as like a little thing, just saying something along those lines, like I'll sort everything out, do you know what I'm saying, like over text. Like obviously it's a little bit of a longer sequence compared to the other one, like we're going back and forth a little bit more, which is fine, you can do that sometimes, as long as you're not going back and forth for like fucking weeks. Do you know what I'm saying? But no, I was enjoying this texting sequence, to be fair, because I knew it was going to happen when she started like chasing me, essentially being like, yo, I'm sorry we couldn't make it. I knew that it was a case of not if but when, so you know, it was quite fun to play it with this one. But yeah, just saying something along the lines of, look, I'll get everything sorted, or I'll sort everything out, all you need to do is turn up. Like saying that sort of shit is just fucking cocaine to the brain for girls.
So yeah, nice one.
Well, that's actually perfect because I'm in Manchester, but I get back at like 5 or 4 o'clock, so then it gives me time to go home and actually get ready. So, perfect. I will see you Saturday.
And she's like, apologies for dodgy audio, haha. And then I just say, meet me at Licorice on Greek Street at 7 PM tomorrow. So I don't bother with a voice note. I'm just gonna put it all into that text. Like I say, I'm not sure if I've said that yet, but just like mixing it up between voice notes and regular text. The reason I did this actually, now that I think about it, was because like she can see this. It's more like visible. It's like you don't actually have to like traipse through like previous voice notes. If she's like, you know, what the fuck was it? Like, where was it? Like, what time? It's like you know, you can see it all there, just makes your life easier. But yeah, perfect. And then on the day, I think this was, hey, I might be like 15 minutes late. Sorry, I ended up getting back late from Manchester. Just message me when you're close. Then she's like, it's just around the corner. And then we met up. But yeah, if a girl's like, yo, I'm going to be 15 minutes late, you know, don't make a big deal out of it. Just be like, yo, message me when you're close. Like, if she is like, literally like an hour late, like, fuck that. If she's like, I'm going to be an hour late, like, honestly, if I were you boys, I'd be like, right, see you later. But 15 minutes late, right, look, we can deal with that. So yeah, just around the corner, had a really good fucking time together. So yeah. And this third example is between me and a girl that I met on a night out in Leeds. I invited her back to mine, but she was like, sorry, I'm with my friend, can't leave my friend, we know how it is, blah, blah, blah. So no fucking worries, got a number and set up the date for the following night. So yeah, here's a texting sequence. So you'll notice I kick things off with a regular text. So like I said, I like to mix things up, but it was 2:30 a.m. when I sent this message. So at the time I was like, don't think I've got it in me to speak anymore. But you'll notice as well that this conversation begins on a sexual level, you know, so we'd already physically escalated at the venue. So this texting really was a continuation of that vibe, all right? So I started off with, you better be thinking of me when you climax. She got back, as should you. Did you get back okay? And then the voice notes begin.
Yeah, I did manage to get back okay. Thank you for your concern. I think I slept for like 36 minutes. And now I'm lying in bed pondering over the possibilities of the day. What about you? What are you doing?
Amazing, but how have you only managed to sleep for 36 minutes? Must be pretty mental. Well, my friend is like, he's leaving now. And my family are in Leeds from home, so I think I'm going to see them for lunch. And other than that, I'm not really sure. I'll just have to see what comes my way. But I hope that you have a nice day, whatever you get up to.
Yeah, I'm not sure if my presence would be welcome at a family meal. But when you're finished with your family, then I may have an invitation for you, but it depends.
That's probably not, you know, the best idea. But yeah, an invitation for what?
The invitation is to come and join me at the Belgrave, so let me know when you've got rid of your family, and then we can sort out a time.
So then she's like, get rid of, rude. Get rid of? I don't know that expression. But anyway, what might you be doing there tonight, huh? And I'll get back, misbehaving, get there for 7:30 p.m. So you can see I'm alternating between the regular text and the voice messaging. You know, when I've just got something blunt to say, I'll just, you know, put it into words like this. What is that? Are you not going with your friends?
Yeah, maybe. Just let me know if you're able to make it this evening. Otherwise, I will make other arrangements.
So she's like, other arrangements? That's a bit naughty.
I would say that is very naughty. I will give you till 5:30 to make a decision.
So yeah, I sent this message and then she put, well, I don't want to intrude on your evening, of course. And then it got to almost 6:30 and then she starts chasing because I just didn't respond to it. So she just like put 6:30 as if like, yo, we're like an hour after 5:30. And then she's like, I'm around in town if you'd like me to pop by. If not, I hope you enjoy your evening. So this is what you want, boys. You know, this is just abundance mentality. It's just like non-needy. I want you, but I don't need you. I've got other shit going on. I want chasing her, being like, oh, Lo, it's 5:30 now, you've not made a decision. Or it's like 5:35 and I've not heard from you. It's like, I just left it. And just like let her do the fucking chasing. But anyway.
Yeah, sweet. Give me 30 Give me 28 minutes and I will meet you outside the Belgrave.
And then she's like, I'll make my way there shortly. We met up and then had like different texts and shit going on, which is all fucking nice. But yeah, you can see from these example boys that, you know, getting the girl to chase, using voice messages to leverage your conversations. You can hear, you know, the way I'm expressing myself in these voice notes. I've got that vibrating vocal tonality, all sounds very seductive. The vibe is on point, it's carefree, it's non-needy, it's I want you but I don't need you. So yeah, hopefully these examples have demonstrated how to use voice messages like a fucking pro. Now for me, starting off your text with a voice message is a killer way to start. Yeah, it just sets a hyper confident frame from the start. Yeah, it's ballsy, it shows you're not afraid to put yourself out there, and I highly recommend you do the same. Make the first message you send to a girl a voice message. Alright, here's how you can construct your own killer voice message. To make things as practical as possible, I've selected the 3 key ingredients that make a Michelin-starred voice message. These 3 ingredients are delivery, callback reference, and open question. So first of all, delivery, okay? Just like when you're speaking face to face with a girl, it's more about how you say what you say rather than the words you're using. You'll notice that my delivery style is very nonchalant, very carefree, very non-needy. Really practical. I communicate with girls as if we've known each other for a long time, okay? So this is something that I teach my clients, to assume familiarity with the girls who they're flirting with in person and over text. Talk to girls as if you're already sleeping together. A lot of times when I hear guys sending voice messages, the very few that do, they come across as really fucking weak, okay? Like, you can't half-arse it with voice messages. You really have to own it. Yeah, it might feel weird at first if you're not used to it. Yeah, it might feel clunky, but another really practical piece of advice to skyrocket your voice message game is to just start sending voice messages to everyone you communicate with. Yeah, just make a habit out of sending people voice messages, and the more you do it, the more natural it will feel. And then when it comes to texting that girl you just met using a voice message, it'll feel like you've already done it a million times before. All right, the second key ingredient for a killer voice message is to use a callback reference. So essentially what this means is using something that you spoke about in your initial face-to-face conversation and including it in your first voice message. Now, if you end up speaking with a lot of girls on one day, you get back home, you look at your phone and you're like, I cannot remember what I spoke to these girls about, then another really practical thing you can do is to save the girls in your phone book with something specific to that conversation. So maybe you meet a girl called Lucinda and you spoke to her about forest fires. So save her in your phone as Lucinda, forest fires. Or maybe you were serenading a sexy student called Scarlett and she told you she was on her way home to make some tagliatelle. You save her in your phone as Scarlett, tagliatelle. But as another example, let's say you meet a girl and she's called Amelia, okay? And Amelia told you after your initial conversation, she was going shopping. So here's an example of a voice message I would send to Amelia. Amelia, it's Kristian. I hope the rest of your shopping spree went fucking fantastic. I forgot to ask you actually, would you be able to pick me up a mankini from H&M? Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to steal us a jacuzzi and we're going to pretend to be Kardashians for the day. Anyway, how's the rest of your day? Now you'll notice I ended this voice note to Amelia with a question, more specifically an open question. So a question which requires more than a yes or no answer. And this is the final key ingredient of a killer voice message, okay? So just asking her something really basic like, how was the rest of your day? Or what did you get up to since we spoke? Like, the purpose of putting an open question in the first voice message you send to a girl is you want to make it as easy as possible for her to respond. Yeah, you don't want her receiving this voice message about the Kardashians, the jacuzzi, fucking mankini, and her being sat there like, how the fuck do I respond to this? All right, so you want to make it as easy for her as possible. Give her something to latch onto. Open questions do this. How was the rest of your day? What did you get up to? Just basic shit like this. Now, the open question doesn't have to necessarily be at the end of the voice message. It just needs to be in there somewhere. In fact, let me play you this first example again to show you what I mean.
How are we doing? It's Kristian here. I'm dropping you this voice message so you can listen to my melodic, mellifluous voice as you go about your day. How was the cafe? Was the cafe a good experience? Or was it a bad experience? Don't really know why it would be a bad experience, to be honest. Maybe they didn't give you a mocha chocochino on time. But anyway, let me know.
And if you're in your head thinking, I don't know where to put the open question, just stick it at the end. So quick little recap. To make a killer voice note, first of all, focus on your delivery, okay? Assume that familiarity. Speak to girls as if you're already sleeping together. Keep it very nonchalant, very carefree, very non-needy. The vibe you want to be giving off is, I want you, but I don't need you. Secondly, remember to include a callback reference to remind her of your conversation and to provide more of an individually tailored feel. Do you know what I'm saying? It doesn't feel like some generic shit that you're sending to every single girl. And put an open question in there somewhere at the end if you're stuck thinking, where should I put it? So these 3 key ingredients, include these in the first voice message you send to a girl. It's gonna be an absolute fucking killer. All right, before we do the whole conclusion thing, I wanna address some common concerns that I've heard from guys about sending voice messages. First of all, I don't like the sound of my voice, all right? This is common, like, I get it, yeah? Like, I've told you boys before, when I first started my cold approach journey, I would record my conversations, like my in-person conversations back with girls, because what this allows you to do is to pinpoint your sticking points, yeah? So just using the voice recorder app on your phone to record your conversations and listen to yourself back. Like, it really helps to acclimatize you listening back to your own voice. Yeah, it can feel like a fucking cringe fest, but it's necessary if you're serious about making progress. Really practical. Before you start sending voice notes, yes, you want to be recording your conversations that you're having in person, but even more, really fucking practical, just record yourself speaking on a day-to-day basis. Like, just get your phone and just dictate into the phone. Just speak, because what this will do is it'll get you used to listening back to yourself, but also allow you to identify areas where your vocal game is lacking. Maybe you speak too fast. Maybe you want to speak with a deeper voice. Maybe when you speak, you come across as a bit too fucking serious. So really easy, just start to smile as you speak, and this will help to lighten everything up, give more of a playful, carefree type of vibe. Another common concern that guys have is, what if I send a voice note and she thinks I'm weird? All right, like, if you're having this thought, then you care too much about what the girl thinks about you. Like, stop trying so hard to be liked, okay? Like, you can see for yourself in these examples that I'm amusing myself and I'm bringing her along for the ride. So get out of your head. Stop being like, what does she think? Like, do girls like guys who voice message? Just do what you want. Own your approach to life and people will follow your lead. Another concern is, what if she doesn't send voice messages back? Okay, so I get this, yeah? Like, a lot of times, girls won't respond with voice messages, yeah? Like, you have to remember, beautiful girls are insecure as well, and they might not like listening to their own voice back, okay? So if she doesn't respond with voice messages of her own, it doesn't mean that she's not interested, it doesn't mean that she's not invested. It's just a case of she probably just doesn't like listening to her own voice back. But don't just stop sending voice messages just because she's not sending them back. No, just keep doing your thing. Just keep sending the voice messages. Another concern is, won't voice messages make me look too invested? All right, so a client of mine asked me this recently because we were working together in London and I was helping him construct his voice messages. And he was like, but won't this make me look really needy if I'm sending a voice message? And look, if you're sending like 5-minute long poetic masterpieces in Shakespearean, iambic pentameter, and you're expressing your undying love for the girl, then yeah, obviously it's gonna come across as fucking needy, but just keep it short, keep it sweet, keep it snappy. And the final kind of question thing is, how long should my voice messages be? As a ballpark figure, I would say around 30 seconds. Like, sending a 30-second voice note ain't gonna make you look fucking needy. Get that delivery on point. Remember, carefree, nonchalant, want you, don't need you type of vibe, and everything is cool. All right, let's do the whole conclusion thing. So I've got like 2 minutes left on the fucking camera. So, voice messages. Like, everyone who knows me knows that I love to communicate to people with voice messages. Like, they violently differentiate you. Do you know what I'm saying? They're different. Unlike regular text, because with regular text, it's easy to misinterpret words, or, you don't want to be like every other guy who just sends the same generic shit like, hey Laura, good to meet you on the street. Are you always so friendly to new people, with some fucking emoji at the end? And like with regular text, like, you can't convey emphasis, tonality, intonation. Like, you can't really project your personality in the same way that voice messages allow you to do. I also find that voice messages help you reduce your flake rate. Yeah, like, girls get curious. I've been on dates with girls and they're like, as soon as you started sending me voice notes, I was so curious. So yeah, just start experimenting with this. Like, start sending voice messages, own it. Like, don't be scared to just put yourself out there. It's ballsy. Like, not only have you got the balls to approach her stone cold sober during the day, but you've also got the audacity to just start pinging her voice note straight off the bat. And it's not about mimicking my style, copying what I say word for word. This is about discovering your own approach to life, your own approach to seduction. If you are struggling with anything and you want to make rapid progress in rapid time, then apply to work with me one-on-one. Drop me an email, ukdaygame@gmail.com. Nice one, boys. I hope you found this video useful. If you have, then drop it a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a fucking comment in the cozy comments section. I will speak to you in the next one. Stay fucking sexy.
You stay sexy, okay?